Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is round number 6 of the J&B Modified Touring Series, live from USA International Speedway. Here we're getting a live look at some of our drivers getting some practice laps in early on in this event. Track already starting to get a slick line developing throughout the middle and bottom portions of the track, and especially on the corner entry. Something to look out for the rest of the evening as this track evolves and the event goes on. Getting a live look here at Byron Jones with Jimmy Mensch behind in the number 294 machine with Pacey Wygent out in front of him. Track really starting to take shape already. These guys already returning up to the top side. Good little three-car battle going on here, nose to tail. Jimmy Mensch looks like he's going for a slider. Doesn't quite get there. Oh, and I'll need to mute them. Hang on a second here, folks. Boop, boop, boop. All right, fixed. You don't have to hear him say anything again, ever again. Oop. That was a little bit of an overdrive into the corner there by Byron Jones. I'm not sure why, but the ticker really does not like focusing on Pacey. Because every time I focus on Pacey Wygent here, the ticker just disappears. Oh yeah, there's my car that I don't drive. And somehow the ticker shows up. I went out for a test drive one lap just to see how the track was doing before going live here. It's getting slick already. Should be a pretty good race tonight we have coming up. Tristan Baer going out for, I don't know what he's doing anymore. He was going out for a couple laps, but then he stopped. Tristan Baer and Pacey Wygent going out here for some practice laps. Also, fun fact on that Tristan Baer machine there, I painted that thing about 2 years ago, I think, for, I think it was the Shed Show. We had a one-off UMP mod race. Mountain Dew and Doritos on the side of that thing. Craig Stuka also coming out here for a couple laps. You really see that slick line starting to develop there on the exit of turn 4. That'll carry on throughout and progress as the track develops, but already looking pretty slick in spots. But especially off of turn 4, that really hampers the ability to wrap that bottom. Gives a little bit of an added benefit to the top line, off the corner anyway. Both lanes looking pretty even so far, though. That top line being a really long way around, but that bottom line already being pretty slick. As a reminder, folks, this is the longest race, or longest track in distance we'll have on the schedule this season at 3/4 of a mile. Long straightaways, but I wouldn't say tight corners, but pretty tight corners. And practice is wrapping up now, and we will roll on into qualifying. And for those at home, qualifying order for tonight, rolling out first for his time to lap, 2 time to laps, is Aaron Lester. Rolling out after him will be Greg Pillar, followed by Caleb Carter, and then Tristan Bear, DJ Trout, Pacey Wygant, Craig Stuka, and Byron Jones. Everybody else that hasn't shown up last week will have to qualify after Byron Jones has completed his 2 time to laps. A couple of these guys I don't think have made it this week, but we do have a couple returning faces after a little bit of a hiatus, so qualifying order may be a little bit jumbled than predicted, but we will get there. Oh. At least I'm in the right group. Oh, Zooks. Or, excuse me, John Matthews. Making a last minute call to come run, but Aaron Lester out for his 2 time laps now. I was in the wrong group, excuse me. Lap number 1 here, the number 28 UNOH car. I don't believe that lap number 1 has counted, unfortunately, for Aaron. Oh, and I don't think lap number 2 will either. A little bit of a wall tap there that may invalidate his lap. And I believe it does. Aaron Lester in the number 28 UNOH car, no time on the board. Now rolling out on a track, I guess will be Pacey Wygen. Green flag is out for lap number 1 of his 2 timed laps, and the number 00 KNS Sim Productions, Bolt Racing Lean, 213simware.com, Blink Designs a car. That is Pacey Wygen. Really wrapping that bottom there out of 3 and 4. We'll see what the time is here for lap number 1. No time on the board. Must have got a little bit of the wall too much there on lap number 1. A little bit of a slider line. Entering low, exiting high. First time of the board, or on the board of the night. The 23,779. For Pacey Wygen in the 00. Next to roll out will be Craig Stuka in the Valvoline number 66 car. Green flag is out for lap number 1 for Craig Stuka. White flag is out. Time on the board right now, the 23,892 for Craig Stuka, the number 66. Checkered in the air. Time on lap number 2, the 23,401. That is provisionally P1 on the board. With a very solid lap there. Next will be Byron Jones, last week's winner in the number 19 Jones Paint and Designs, 213simware.com PBR racing car. Green flag is out for the first of his 2 timed laps. Running the top all the way around. See what the time is here. Get the white flag. 24.100. Oh, and I think he just invalidated lap number 2. So that may do it here for Byron Jones in qualifying. And it does. 24.100 is the time for Byron Jones in the number 19. Next to roll out, the number 294, 213simware.com PBR racing car is Jimmy Mensch. Green flag is out as he comes to take to the line to start lap number 1. Enter high, exit low in 1 and 2. A little bit of a repeat there in 3 and 4. White flag is out. Time on the board is a 23:9:47. Provisionally P3 as it stands. Checkered flag is out for Jimmy Mensch. And it is not an improvement on lap number 2, so we will revert to lap number 1 with a 23:9:47. I believe now John Matthews is out on track to the start of his first of 2 timed laps of number 98 Blink Designs 213similar.com car. For some reason, my ticker is refusing to work with a couple drivers. I believe it'll be corrected for next session, but we will have to wait and see. Looked a little bit better through 3 and 4 there than 1 and 2. I believe this is the white flag here. And he'll park it there after 2 laps. Now Tristan Bayer out for his 2 timed laps. Green flag is in the air. Ooh, a little crossed up there, an entry in the wall. That'll invalidate this first timed lap. White flag is out. A bit better there through 1 and 2. Wrapping that bottom of 3 and 4. Let's see if it pays off for him here at the line. 23:7:37. That puts him P2. And I believe that may do it for qualifying here at USA for the J&B Modified Touring Series. We'll move on to heats right after this. And we just barely have enough cars for 2 heats tonight. 4-car heats. There it is, Craig Stuka with your quick time in qualifying by just a little over 3/10. And he'll be on the pole for heat number 1. And as I was saying, he'll be on the pole for heat number 1, and the number 66 Valvoline Machine. To his outside will be the number 00 of Pacey Wygant. Row number 2 will have the 19 AZ of Byron Jones, and his outside will be the number 35 of Casey Ellis. And lights are out on the pace car. We will be going green this time by. As a reminder, these guys will have to wait on that green flag to fly before they can fire off. I was wrong. Lights are still on the pace car, and now they should be off. We'll be going green the next time by. And pace truck will pull down this time by as the drivers wait for the green flag to fly to start this heat. Green flag is out. Pretty even jump there. They shoot off down into turns 1 and 2. Side by side for your race lead between the 00 and the 66. Looks like Craig Stuka may have the advantage down the backstretch. And indeed he does. And Byron Jones following Craig Stuka around the bottom to take away that second spot. Door to door, Pacey Wygen gets a little bit of the wall there on the front stretch. Oh, a little baby tap there to the 19 AZ. Side by side for your second position, and Pacey Wygen will take it and may look to the inside here at Craig Stuka for your race lead. Stuka slides it up to the top line. That opens the door back up for Pacey Wygen. Door to door coming down your front stretch. Craig Stuka will lead a lap that time by, but just barely. Oh, contact for your second spot. 19 AZ and Byron Jones gets a little sideways. He keeps it going and maintains third position. That brings it down to 2 cars here for this battle for your heat race number 1 win. Side by side coming out of turn 4. Craig Stuka still with the advantage off the corner. Pacey Wygen dives down to the bottom. Side by side again for your race lead. They're going to be a little closer this time. Pacey Wygen takes away your race lead out of turn 4. Just past the halfway mark. Nose to tail still for your race lead here in heat number 1. As Craig Stuka has a little bit of a bobble there getting off of turn 4. Two laps to go this time by. Pacey Wygen still your race leader in the 00. Craig Stuka, the 66, in second. And Byron Jones starting to close in for that second position here in the 19 AZ. He's been turning out the fastest lap times of the session so far. These last couple laps. White flag is out, though. That's a new quick time, quicker than what anybody set in qualifying even. But not gonna be enough, it looks like here. They come into turns 3 and 4, gets right to the tail of the 66, but not gonna be able to do it. Pacey Wygen, your race winner in heat number 1. Craig Stuka second, Byron Jones third, and Casey Ellis in 4th. We'll get a quick interview here with your heat number 1 winner, Pacey Wygant. Hey, Pacey, this is Bobby in the booth. You get a copy?
Yeah.
So, what do you think they're battling side by side with Craig, and how are you feeling about the track so far?
I think we did a phenomenal job at really messing this track up. It's going to be hell for the future. But I mean, it's going to be fun. It seems like there's going to be a couple of groups, so it should be a fun one, even with only having such a small car count tonight.
Yeah, thank you for your time, and good luck in tonight's feature.
Thank you.
That was Pacey Wygant in the 00, your heat number 1 winner. Lineup here for heat number 2 is Tristan Bear in the 15 on the pole, with Jimmy Mensch in the 294 to his outside. Row number 2 will have the number 228 in the UNOH car of Aaron Lester to his outside. It'll be the number 98 of John Matthews. I messed up my admin commands like an idiot. Oh well. I was gonna want to green that so we didn't have to wait for this time by, but that is a-okay. They get the one to sell. Go, wow. So they got the one to go signal last time by. They were coming to the green flag this time by. Pace truck pulls in, and they'll have to do the long wait down the front stretch here before firing off for that green flag. And green is out, and away we go. Tristan Bear, Jimmy Mensch, front row here. Tristan dives it down to the bottom, gets a little sideways through center, but he'll hold on to that lead position. But Jimmy Mensch looking back down to the bottom here. He'll have the advantage going into the corner, slides up in front of Tristan Bear. Oh, a little check up there. Close battling here side by side for your race lead, but it'll be Jimmy Mensch holding on to the spot this time by. Side by side again for your race lead. Jimmy Mensch still with the advantage in the number 294. Tristan Bear behind him in the 15. John Matthews in the 98, side by side there with Aaron Lester for third. Tristan Bear diving it down to the bottom. He'll slide up in front of the number 294. Oh, little contact takes away that top line. Oh, 3 cars contact. They all keep it straight for the most part. Oh, a little messy. Oh, a little messy. We keep it green for now. Tristan Bear is going to be happy for that because he is out to a pretty good advantage now. John Matthews in second. Aaron Lester. Oh, and we do have a caution flag. Caution is out on the speedway. We'll take a look back, getting off the corner. A lot of these guys getting funneled up into each other, coming off the corner. Oh, that's not what I wanted to see. Here, there we go. Whole lot of contact there. Your running order. Just at the halfway mark, Tristan Bear in the 15 in the lead. John Matthews in the 98 in second. Aaron Lester in the 28 in third. And Jimmy Mensch in the number 294 in fourth. Single file here on the restart. As the pace truck pulls in, it'll be in Tristan's hands on this restart. And he fires off a turn number 4, green flag back in the air. Jimmy Mensch trying to make quick work of the number 28, side by side for that 3rd position. And Aaron Lester holds on to it for now. Tristan Bear is still out to your race lead. John Matthews searching around on that bottom line, though. Nose to tail here for your race lead in this one. Side by side again on the back stretch. I think Tristan got a little piece of the wall there. That scared John Matthews, though. But still, side by side for your heat number 2 race lead. White flag is out this time by Jimmy Mensch, starting to make that top line really work for him. He's closed in again to these 2 up front. Oh, little contact there for your race lead. But Tristan Bear will hang on. Jimmy Mensch in 2nd, John Matthews in 3rd, and Aaron Lester in 4th. We'll get a quick word with your heat number 2 winner here, Tristan Bear. Hey, Tristan, this is Bobby in the booth to get a copy.
Yes, Bobby.
What do you think about that heat race there? And walk us through it.
It was interesting one for sure. It was a weird start, but we overcame it. I'm sorry for hitting John coming off one of the corners. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Alrighty, thank you for your time and good luck in tonight's feature.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll now have the redraw going on. So we'll take a couple minutes here. Kick back, relax as the warm-up session goes on. I'm gonna turn on some tunes, I think. All right, after our redraw, Craig Stuka will be on the pole with Tristan Bear to his outside. Row number 2 will have Jimmy Mensch with John Matthews to his outside. And row number 3 will be Pacey Wygant with Byron Jones to his outside. Row number 4 will stay the same, but it will be Casey Ellis with Aaron Lester to his outside. Track about as wide as you can get it now. A really, really slick off corner. We may see several lanes come and go here throughout this one as far as which is the quickest. As of now, it kind of looks like Craig Stuka has found the secret recipe here. A couple more of these guys coming out now to make their warm-up laps. There's just over a minute left in the warm-up session. This one tonight, though, looking to be a real challenge for these drivers. Track as slick as we have seen this season. Top to bottom. As the warm-up session ends. And we'll move on to tonight's 30-lap A-Main. Oh, shit. As a reminder, tonight's starting lineup will be Craig Stuka on the pole with Tristan Bear to his outside. Row number 2 will have Jimmy Mensch with John Matthews to his outside. And row number 3 will be Pacey Wygant on the inside. And Byron Jones to his outside. Row number 4 will stay the same with Casey Ellis to the inside and Aaron Lester to his outside. I got lost in the cameras, but I think we're good now. The sun just beginning to set here. Couple of guys out here on the front row looking for their first A-Main win on the season. Craig Stuka, who joined us midway through the season with Tristan Bear to his outside. Another reminder, we get the 1 to go signal here. Next time by, they will have to wait most of the way down this front stretch until the green flag flies to be able to fire off. All restarts after that, however, will be on the leader. This track, though, primed up, worn in, and ready for some modified action. As we get set to go here, drivers make their way into turns 3 and 4. As we get set to go here, ladies and gentlemen, it is modified time here at USA International Speedway. Green flag is out and we are racing. Jimmy Mensch getting a little bit of an early jump there on Craig Stuka, side by side, 3 wide for your race lead early on in this one. Still side by side, but 2 wide here for your race lead between the 15 of Tristan Mayer and 66 of Craig Stuka. Craig dives it down to the bottom. Pace truck. And he'll take away your race lead momentarily. But still side by side here on the front stretch. Tristan Mayer, your leader that time by. Oh, and he gets a little bit tight on entry there. Craig Stuka able to take away that advantage. Side by side behind, Pacey Wyden moves up to 3rd place position. Byron Jones on hot pursuit right behind him. Oh, Craig Stuka getting a little bit high there. Tristan Mayer had to check up a little bit, but that allows Pacey Wyden to dive down to his inside. Side by side here now for your race lead. It looks like Pacey Wyden may take it away here this time by. And indeed he does. Pacey Wyden out to your race lead now in the 00. Just flawlessly wrapping that bottom line there. The big gaggle behind Tristan Mayer. Byron Jones, a little bit of contact. Byron might have thought he was clear. Wasn't quite that checked up Tristan Mayer. Just enough for him to get by and move into the 3rd place position. These guys really having to focus now on running that bottom line as Pacey Wyden demonstrates it flawlessly. That leaves a couple of these guys really searching around here. Craig Stuka looked through the middle there. But Byron Jones still running that bottom in 3rd place. Tristan Mayer in 4th. Jimmy Mensch, excuse me, in 5th. John Matthews and Aaron Lester side by side for your 6th place position. A little bit of contact there. John Matthews got a little bit crossed up through the center of the corner. Got right into the door of the 28 there. Craig Stuka looking upstairs, trying to find an advantage here on Pacey Wyden. Loses a little bit of time there. Nose to tail back here for your 3rd place position between the 19 AZ of Byron Jones and the 15 of Tristan Mayer. Pacey Wyden just able to really wrap that bottom almost flawlessly there. Just about in the grass in turns 1 and 2. Look back at Craig Stuka still running in your 2nd place position here. Still trying to search around, may have found some. Just able to match Pacey Wyden there on that time by. Byron Jones still running third. Tristan Bear in fourth. Nose and tail still for your third place position. Just wrapping that bottom line. It's just going to be all about who can make the least amount of mistakes, and so far that title goes all to Pacey Wygant. Almost a full straightaway lead here. And at this place, that is huge. Pace truck. Tristan Bear still on Byron Jones' tail for that third place position. Byron slipped up a little bit there. That allowed Tristan to get to the inside momentarily. But Byron still holds that position. Oh, a little peek to the inside there by Tristan Bear, and he loses the handle. That will be a caution. Just got a little bit of a bad bump off of that hump there coming into the turns one. It looked like from my end. Yeah, just tried diving it down in there on the bottom of Byron Jones. Got a little too low, caught that bump there at the bottom of turn one a little too much. But that erases the advantage that Pacey Wygant had. A near 6-second lead evaporates here with just about 12 to go when we get the green flag again. And we will double up the cars this time by Pacey Wygant choosing the bottom. And the restart will be in his hands here when we get back going to green flag racing. Greg Stuka on his outside, though. As a reminder, 12 laps to go when we get the green flag. And I believe Casey Ellis has called it a night. But all eyes are on the front row. This one, green flag back in the air. Pacey Wygant, your race leader. Oh, almost contact there for third, and there is contact further behind. Jimmy Mensch and Aaron Lester getting a little stacked up there. We stay green for the time being. Tristan Bear back up to third place. Pacey Wygant getting a pretty good start there, and he's able to maintain this race lead late in the going of this one. Craig Stuka hanging on to second throughout that chaotic restart. Tristan Bear back up to third place. We get 10 to go this time by. The race ticking down. Craig Stuka starting to search around a little bit. Looks to that top line there. Tristan Bear with a little bobble in the middle of the corner. That allows Byron Jones to get to his inside. Byron slides up. They almost touch, but stay clean side by side. It's coming off the corner. Tristan Bear holding on to that third place position. And he'll shut the door down to the bottom for Byron Jones there in turn 1. Slides up a little bit. That gives a little bit more speed to Byron Jones. In Byron Jones's favor, I should say. And it looks like Byron may take that position here at the line. And indeed he does. Tristan Bear running solid through the middle there. He'll take away the third place position again. Want these guys hot on the heels of Craig Stuka, who's running in second. Oh, a little bit of the wall there for Craig Stuka. Byron Jones able to wrap the bottom there pretty well. That gets him ahead again of Tristan Bear. Oh, contact there for third place. Byron Jones getting a little bit crossed up on entry. Tristan Bear with a big run. Saw an opportunity. And that led to a little bit of contact. 4 to go here at the line. Pacey widening out to a monstrous advantage. But our focus is on this 2nd through 5th battle now, as Jimmy Bench is able to close in on Tristan Bear. One little slip up from these guys ahead, and the guys behind are gonna be able to capitalize here. A lot of time can be made and lost here on this big 3/4 mile track. Two laps to go, this time by. Jimmy Bench starting to search around, looking at that top line. Maybe make a late move here on Tristan Bear for that 4th place position. But white flag is out. Pacey Wygant, your race leader in the number 00. Out to a large margin over Craig Stuka. He'll come through turns 3 and 4. Your race winner here at USA International Speedway in the J&B Modified Touring Series is Pacey Wygant. 2nd will go to Craig Stuka. 3rd will go to Byron Jones. 4th is Tristan Bear. Running at your top 5 is Jimmy Bench in the number 294. But Pacey Wygant, your race winner. With just 1 race left in the season. Starting to look a little bit like this may be his championship to lose. He brings it into the victory circle there. We'll get a quick interview with him. Pacey Wygant, your race winner. Hey, Pacey, this is Bobby in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
6th to the lead in the first couple laps of that one. And by the time the caution came out, you had a straightaway lead. Walk us through that one.
Was it that big? I don't know. I was just wrapping the inside. I gained a lot of time on the inside in the heat race, so I was kind of predicting the middle lane going away because I know that's where I like Byron Jones. He was running the middle lane in the heat, and that was really quick. But it was just all about being consistent on the inside. As someone who's raced against me, the inside is like my bread and butter. So the track just really suited me tonight. It was a fun race. Kind of wish you were behind the wheel tonight though to give me to give me a run for the money there.
All right. Anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's win at USA?
Oh, of course. Got to shout out PBR Racing, KNS Sim Productions, you for the wrap, Blink Designs, you for streaming, Bolt as a whole, and just everybody who keeps coming out to these races. It's a lot of fun.
Alrighty, thank you for your time and congrats on your win tonight.
Thank you.
That was Pacey Wygant, your race winner. Next, we'll get a word with Craig Stuka, your second place finisher. Craig, are you there? And Bobby in the booth, you got a copy?
Hey, yep. How's it going?
Not too shabby. What do you think about that race for you? Walk us through it for you.
That was a lot of fun. I was trying every line, trying to catch up to Pacey. He was staying low the whole time, but I don't know. I was hoping that the top opened up or something. I thought the slider line was going to be it, but that didn't seem to work either. So, yeah, I guess I just sort of stayed low with Pacey and tried to catch him that way. But, you know.
Yeah, and anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's second place finish at USA?
I'll thank you guys. This has been a lot of fun. Thanks for putting this on every week. I'll definitely be back next week.
Yeah, congrats on your second place finish, and we'll see you next week.
Sounds good. I'll see you.
That was Craig Stuka, your second place finisher. We'll get a quick word here with your third place finisher, Byron Jones. Hey, Byron, this is Bobby in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do. What's going on?
Oh, just wrapping up interviews here. Walk us through that race for you, and what do you think about that battle there, a couple laps with Tristan Pear? Walk us through it.
Yeah, it was interesting. Car felt really weird all night long. It was sort of just trying to find the balance within it. Car wanted to snap loose on exits, but was phenomenal on entry, especially if you could hit just that little patch of grass heading in the 1 and 2. It was phenomenal to pick up on. It seemed like we had nothing for Pacey, and me and Tristan, man, I love battling him. We had one heck of a battle throughout that entire race, being able to be so close. And huge apologies out to Jimmy on the restart there. I was trying to get the car to go, and sure enough, hit the grass, and if you clip it just wrong, that grass is not fair to you, or at least not nice to you. So I apologize to Jimmy for that. That's a huge thing. I know I'm going to go in there and apologize to him as well, but it was fun. Track was unique. We haven't seen a style like this so far this season, and I think with how worn out it was, it really created diversity across the entire track. Wherever you could find grip at really made the cars want to stick and go.
Yeah, always evolving track there. Anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's third place finish, though?
Yeah, of course. Shout out to 213 Somewhere. They do shirt designs, flag designs, whatever designs you sort of need. They've got you guys covered over at 213somewhere.com. You can find shirts like mine on there. I know you can find Bobby's shirts on there, as well as shout out to PBR. You can find their shirts on there as well. We have PBR team shirts out there. And then shout out to drawing a blank here. Shout out to Jones Paint and Design, being our paint schemes throughout every week. Being able to see these cars out on track is pretty nice to see, as well as shout out to you, Bobby, being able to put on the streams every week, allowing us to go back and rewatch these races it's huge, especially with the amazing commentary you got.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you for your time, and congrats on your third place finish tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
That was Byron Jones of the 19AZ, your third place finisher. And as the sun sets here in Lakeland, Florida, that'll do it from us here at Capital Racing Network. Have a good rest of your evening, and thank you for tuning in. See you next time at Cedar Lake next week.